Dominican has earned a trip to the Division IV title game. Who will join them on Championship Saturday, Auburndale or Mineral Point? For a preview, let's send it courtside. Brandon Kennard and Jerry Pettigrew. Take it away.
Thanks very much, Scott. Jerry, we've got two teams here tonight who are very similar yet very different at the same time. Mineral Point comes in undefeated on the season. Auburndale lost 7 games in the regular season, got hot at the right time. They've won 8 of 9. Both of these teams, though, pride themselves on defense. They like to slow it down at times. I don't think we'll be seeing anyone scoring 93 points like we did in the first game.
No, you're absolutely right. Mineral Point will like to push basketball when they can. Auburndale plays very stiff defense. What you have to like about Point, they've got 5 guys that can shoot the basketball. This should be a good one, though.
Now let's check out our Menards points of the game, starting with Auburndale. Both of these teams very senior-laden, and Matthew Nicolay is the go-to guy for the Apaches.
Yeah, he leads them in scoring, he leads them in 3 points made, and he leads them in steals. It's a senior-dominated team, and he's the leader.
As far as Mineral Point goes, 4 players averaging double digits. This team's only lost 1 game in the last 2 seasons, and you know all about that. That came to your Cuba City team.
Yeah, we were fortunate in that particular game, but this is a team that's got 5 scorers, and can you believe 72% as a team from the free throw line? They can shoot the ball.
Very good at shooting it from the line, from the field. They do like to play some defense as well, though, so maybe a little bit more low scoring than the first game we saw in this session. We'll be right back to introduce you to both teams. This is a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
And now back to the school tech office, where our heroes face another day of work.
Hello, please hold. Hello, please hold.
Yes, I finally caught up on all my emails from November. It's March.
I give up.
Me too.
Me 3.
Just then, the door opened.
Hi, everyone. I hear you're having some problems I might be able to help with.
Skyward!
Will efficiency triumph over chaos? And will our heroes be saved from themselves?
Hey!
Find out online.
Back at the Kohl Center, Brandon Kennard alongside Cuba City head coach Jerry Pettigrew, ready for the final game of day 1 of this 100th WIAA Boys State Basketball Tournament. We've got the Auburndale Apaches coming in with a 19-7 record on the season. Mineral Point Pointers unbeaten thus far, 26-0 coming into today's state semifinal. Now we headed over to public address announcer Rick Torgerson to introduce today's teams.
And now let's meet the participants in tonight's Division IV semifinal game between the Auburn Apaches of the Merriwood South Conference and the Mineral Point Pointers from the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League. First, let's meet the Auburn Apaches. Number 4, Nate Engelbright. Number 10, Caleb Weinferter. Number 11, Colin Hawkins. Number 12, Brian Gerke. Number 15, Luke Olson. Number 21, Cooper Krings. Number 24, Matt Lang. Number 32, Dylan Poplinski. Number 33, Christian Fernstall. And number 34, Logan Brown. And now let's meet the participants for the Mineral Point Pointers. Number 5, Chance Windhausen. Number 10, Jordan Kittleson. Number 14, Dane Path. Number 30, Hunter Parody. Number 32, Stephen Bloom. Number 34, Justin Toy. Number 40, Nathan Eisenzimmer. Number 42, Taylor Ryman. Number 44, Dylan McGilvra. And number 50, Logan Bidlingmeyer. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Auburndale Apaches. A 5'9" senior guard, number 3, Jake Lewis. A 5'9" senior guard, number 5, Matthew Nicolay. A 6'1" senior guard, number 22, Tyler Weber. A 6'1" senior forward, number 23, Alex Marth. And a 6'1" senior forward, number 45, Josh Van Schoik. And the head coach for the Apaches is Chad Whitefarter. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Mineral Point Pointers. A 6-foot senior guard, number 1, Cy Staver. A 5'11" senior guard, number 12, Joey Gorgon. A 5'10" senior guard, number 22, Turner Pode. A 6'1" senior guard, number 23, Alex Schmitz. And a 6'4" senior forward, number 20, Tarek Ulrich. And the head coach of the Pointers is Dan Burrison. The referees assigned to tonight's game are Andre Gosh, Eric Butala, and Jason Dahl from Heartland.
These are the Skyward starting lineups for tonight, starting with Auburndale. And Jerry, not a whole lot of youth on either of these teams. 5 seniors starting for the Apaches.
Yeah, and not a lot of size on Auburndale, but they do play good, tough man-to-man defense.
Tallest player, 6'1". Over to the Pointers. Once again, all 5 of them are seniors. We are just about set to get underway. It's Mineral Point controlling the tip. In the front court, and Cy Staver, the point guard, will set it for the Pointers. This is Turner Pode working it toward the top, and now back to Staver.
Point likes to run what they call the dribble drive offense. Pitch it in, pitch it out, look for the penetration to the hoop.
You saw it there from Staver. He now has it again on the left wing. Pode driving baseline, kicks it back out. Again, both these teams can be very methodical at times. And Auburndale, a very strong defensive team, giving up just 39 points per game. And the Apaches nearly get a steal right away, and Van Schoik secures it. And Auburndale gets a stop on the first possession. Looking inside, and Alex Marth, a wise play to throw it off of Ulrich down low, and the Apaches will have it on the baseline.
Usually what Auburndale likes to do is set in a box set, and they'll pick across, and they did.
Inside, Ulrich, yes. Pick that, that's Alex Marth, and Auburndale up 2-0.
He looks like he's played a little football.
Most of these players have. Small schools like this, you'll get a lot of multi-sport athletes.
Yes, you do.
Ulrich in the high post, he lets it fly. Rebound battled for, and check out the hustle from both teams early. The Pointers secure it, and an easy check that it rolls out. Gorgon couldn't quite get it to fall, and here comes Matthew Nicolay for Auburndale. He's the go-to guy on this team, but they will work it around, and Josh Van Schoik puts the Apaches up 4-0 early.
Auburndale likes to run 3 out, 2 in, and right now they're going inside on that block.
There's that dribble drive attack again from the Pointers. Alex Schmitz. Here's Staver. Has moved down low, fouled before the shot. Looks like it'll go on Van Schoik.
One of the things that you'll notice on Staver, even though he's a right-hander, he really likes to go to his left. He's got a great left hand.
Foul was actually on Jake Lewis, his first. Team's first early on. Pode lets it fly off back iron. You mentioned not a ton of size for Auburndale, but they do play bigger than they look.
That's right.
Lewis driving. Van Schoik's been the go-to guy. He's played well as of late. Good look to Nicolay, who finishes. And unexpectedly, Auburndale coming in with 7 losses is out to a 6-0 advantage. And we talked a little bit about Cy Staver, who's on the wing right now. He's really the guy who makes this Mineral Point team go, isn't he?
That is correct.
Alex Schmitz lets it fly, no good. A long rebound for the Pointers, and they'll reset. Not quite 3 minutes into this Division IV state semifinal. Winner of this one gets Whitefish Bay Dominican in Saturday's state championship. Staver outside. Gorgon. On Iron. Van Schoik again corrals the rebound. Inside. Nice stop. And Alex Marth will go to the foul line for 2.
Right now, Auburndale's making a living going into the block and getting the easy shots. Point probably has taken 3 threes, and they haven't hit anything so far. So those shots will, I know Mineral Point, those shots will fall.
Marth on the season, a 66% foul shooter. Can't get the first one to go. And we'll have our first substitution of the game. Cooper Krings replacing Jake Lewis for Auburndale. It's the Apaches in the dark blues tonight. The Pointers in the whites with the light blue trim. And the second one for Marth rolls in.
And I would not be a bit surprised to see Point in the short run here come out in a 1-3-1 zone defense.
This is Turner Pote. He's a threat to shoot it from the outside. Ulrich kicks it out. A dribble drive attack. Pote fires. No good. Pointers having trouble attacking early on, and now here come the Apaches. Rebound, no good, but a foul. Looks like it'll be on Staver, and that'll send Tyler Weber to the free throw line.
You have to give Weber a lot of credit. He ran down the floor, got that offensive rebound, put it up, and got fouled.
Second team foul on Point. Again, the Apaches, one of the strongest defensive teams in the state. They only score 52 points per game, but they only give up 39. First one from Weber's good.
Auburndale has a tremendous tradition. I mean, they've been good forever.
In the 90s, very strong with Tim Anderson as the head coach. Yeah. His son actually down at state this weekend with Stevens Point. Staver lets it fly, and there it is. The Pointers finally break through. Get on the board, it's 8-2, Auburndale leading. And if someone's going to step up for this Pointers team, it will be Cy Staver.
That is correct. Here's the 1-3-1 we were talking about. Did not surprise me.
See how the Apaches look to attack this. Weber won't leave him open. Nicolay hits it. Averaging nearly 17 points a game to face Auburndale. And here comes Pote on the other end. Gorgon. And he stepped on the sideline. 3:46 to play, first quarter. Auburndale leading Mineral Point 11-2. Matt Lang checking in for the Apaches at that last dead ball. Brings to Nicolay. Brings looking. Now back to Nicolay near the top. Pointers still working that 1-3-1 look. Weber to Krings, and it's taken away. Here comes Pote in transition, and tapped away by Nicolay. Nice defensive play in transition, and it'll be Pointers ball on the baseline. Jordan Kittleson checks in for the Pointers.
They usually like to put Kittleson out on the top in that 1-3-1 zone. He's long, he's lanky, he's got great reach.
Doesn't score a ton of points, but a very strong defensive player off the bench. Ulrich gets the roll. The rims haven't been too kind to the Pointers early on, but he got one there.
Yes, he did. Now you see Kittleson on top, and he's going to make it tough.
Very long standing 6'5", tallest player on either team. Mark off front iron. Rebound tipped around him. The Apaches will save it. On the deck, Krings gets it to go. The Apaches looking good offensively early against that zone look from Mineral Point.
They were very patient with the basketball that time and got a really good look.
Alex Schmitz, and that'll be a block. 2 shots coming up for Schmitz. Foul will go on Matt Lang, who just checked in a couple of dead balls ago.
Number 24, Matt Lang. That's his first of the team.
Schmitz shoots 75% for the season. Don't mean to jinx him, but he's a good free throw shooter.
You didn't. Gets the first one to go. Josh Van Schoik will check back in. And Lang, after that foul, heads to the bench. 2 fouls on each team here with 2:19 to play in the first. Schmitz 2 for 2. And we have a timeout on the floor. 2:19 to play in the first quarter. It's a 7-point Auburndale lead. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
You know what today is, Jeff?
Yeah, Paul, it's the last day of the sales competition.
And you know what that means, Jeff?
You, big guy, are gonna win that 42-inch TV.
Wait, is that Phil? He's supposed to be out sick. What's he doing?
Looks like he's about to sell a car.
He's supposed to be sick.
Looks like he went to the doctor today.
Phil, you're supposed to be sick, Phil! Oh, go home! I need this TV.
You better watch out. We might be watching TV over at Phil's.
No, it's my TV.
Introducing same-day appointments at Marshfield Clinic. Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live,
I
shine.
think I'm gonna be sick.
Some choices are good, some bad, and some obvious.
Hi. Hi. What you got here?
Sushi. Like choosing a dental plan from the provider that ensures the most smiles in the state.
That is not sushi.
It's fish.
That just looks like a goldfish that's been squished.
You want a sample?
It is not okay. No.
50% off.
Delta Dental of Wisconsin. The obvious choice.
Auburndale leading Mineral Point by 7 in the first quarter. Here's a look at an Apache's bucket. Josh Van Schoik, nice little dish inside to Matthew Nicolay. Those two really have been the duo as of late for the Apaches. There you see Nicolay. It's a kid who has been really the driving force behind this Auburndale attack. And there you see this team gets a lot of assists.
Yes, and kind of amazing, to be honest with you. And assist is kind of a funny thing because a lot of people, I think, don't realize what an assist is, to be exactly. You know, you make a pass, and if a kid takes 2 dribbles, it's not an assist.
Open look on top. Krings gets it to drop, and there's an assist right on cue.
And if you shoot like that, you're going to get him out of his zone.
We've seen 1-3-1 on the last 5 possessions or so from Mineral Point. Little zone look here from Auburndale as well. Hode lets it fly. He gets it to drop. A couple of back-to-back threes out of the timeout. Mineral Point back within 7.
A lot of teams, when they attack a zone, especially a 1-3-1, will attack it with a 2-1-2. Auburndale's attacking it with a 1-3-1.
Jump ball called down low. Possession arrow goes to the Apaches as we take a look at Van Schoik down low. There it is. Gets tied up with Ulrich.
Another steal.
Numbers 4 points. Staver. Little floater off front iron. Van Schoik again corrals the rebound.
He's got a ton of rebounds.
Down low, off glass and good for Weber. And the Apaches getting out in transition a little.
Ooh.
Schmitz to Pode. He lets it fly yet again and gets it to drop. Turner Pode is at his last 2 3-point attempts.
He's the type of kid, if he makes a couple, he can make a bunch.
38% shooter overall, 34 from beyond the arc. The Apaches, another triple. Can't get it to go, but Van Schoik, there's that man again. And that may be a product of the zone, those offensive rebounds, but they do get a steal out of it. Schmitz on the sideline. So back-to-back quick turnovers there as the Pointers tried to get out in transition, couldn't corral it. Josh Van Schoik, Jerry, has 6 rebounds already. We're not even through a quarter yet.
I got to feel, though, this 1-3-1 zone is giving Auburndale a little bit of trouble. And,
down low, Van Schoik, a nice feed from Marth. Another assist, another bucket. Staver will let one fly at the horn, off glass, no good. Auburndale coming out strong in quarter number 1, a 20-12 lead. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Play It Again Sports is under new ownership, and our stores are stocked with gear. Kids grow fast, teens want brand names, and you want affordable prices. Baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse gear, and more. Play It Again Sports is the sporting goods store for your entire family.
It's time to man up with Massey.
I have to say, Massey opened my eyes.
Drive the tractors that are pulling ahead. Powerful and efficient. This CVT is made to be driven, so drive it. And remember, Massey Ferguson is building tractors in North America, in Jackson, Minnesota, making the kind of machines that farmers need, the kind of machines that can do it all.
This isn't your daddy's Massey Ferguson.
Learn more today at manupwithmassey.com.
Congratulations to Mineral Point boys basketball on their trip to state. From Ivy Construction, aggregates, concrete, and excavation. Family-owned, community-trusted, quality service. Enjoy award-winning burgers, daily lunch specials, and Friday fish fry at Tony's Tap in Mineral Point.
And we're back at the Kohl Center. Brandon Kennard here alongside Cuba City head coach Jerry Pettigrew. And here's your WIAA game summary brought to you by Skyward Incorporated, empowering school district success. Auburndale leading it by 8, shooting it well, and it's the ball movement that's setting it up.
and the stat that jumps out at me is Auburndale has 10 points in the paint. Mineral Point has 2. That's been the difference in the game.
And something we emphasized coming in was the lack of height for the Apaches. Their tallest player stands at just 6'1", but they play big, and so does Tarek Ulrich. He gets it to go, plus the foul.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Ulrich getting the basketball a lot in this quarter.
Good setup from Pode there, and it's Marth who's called for the foul down low. Ulrich, a 67% free throw shooter on the season, gets it to drop. And the Pointers get some momentum back here early in the second. Staying in that 1-3-1 zone to start it. Marth looking for Van Schoik, and that's on the end line out of bounds. The 2015 WIAA Boys Basketball Tournament brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Let's see if they can get Ulrich going a little. They give it to him again. Got his own board, and that's out of bounds. It'll go the way of the Pointers, staying here.
Usually on the out-of-bounds plays, Point likes to spread it out a little bit.
Pode's been effective with the ball in his hands today at 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. Staver can't get it to go, but Pode the putback.
Turner Pode has really come up big for Mineral Point here.
Got 8 points in the game already. And just like that, a 5-0 run for Point to start the second. They trail by just 3. Getting some of that momentum back. Jake Lewis looking to set it. Now looking for somewhere to go with it.
One of the things that Point's doing on defense, when Nicolay gets the basketball, they've got a guy on him all the time.
Marth down low, knocked out of bounds by Ulrich. It'll stay with the Apaches. And Cooper Krings will check in for Auburndale, replacing Tyler Weber. A box look off the inbound for Auburndale. And Shoik doesn't get the call. Here come the pointers. Staver will pull it out. Hode lets it fly. Not this time. Rebound fought for, tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay on this end with points.
One of the things that you're seeing happening on offense for Mineral Point, they're really utilizing Terry Ulrich right now.
Back outside for Staver. Able to save it. Schmitz for three, no. And a rebound for the pointers. And there he is again. Turner Pope having a game for points early on. Back to within one. That's a 13-4 run for the pointers. See if the Apaches can get some of that momentum back on their side.
What the zone has done for them, it stopped the inside game of Auburndale.
Nicolay forces one. And Code with the board. Staver, the head fake, the drive. Outside, Gorgon. Yes. And just like that, Mineral Point starts the quarter on a 10-0 run. And they've got the lead back. Timeout, Auburndale. It's a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it here. And how important is that on a stage like this, as you see Staver kick it out, to get some of that momentum back?
Yeah, they've done that all year long. They'll penetrate to the hoop, kick to the open man, and as we said before we started, they've got 5 guys that can shoot the basketball.
They have already attempted 10 three-pointers in this game, have made 3 of them. Is that typical of this Mineral Point team?
Yeah, very typical of them, and I thought the difference was that when they went to the 1-3-1 zone, they've got it in a couple of steals, but it's eliminated the inside points for Auburndale.
The Apaches, not only have they not made a shot this quarter, they've only attempted 1 thus far. Look to attack this 1-3-1. How do you want to go about attacking a zone like this?
Well, I really believe that you don't want to get it into the corners because they're going to trap you out of the corners. You like to keep it in the middle of the floor as much as possible.
It's Cooper Krings, and he will shoot it and hit it. He's hit a couple so far. That one's a 2, and we're tied up again. Ulrich around and out. Turner Poe, the little man, down low again, grabs another board, and he'll signal for a timeout. Another 30, this time taken by the Pointers. And here is Auburndale coming out of that timeout, Jerry.
Krings has done a nice job. That's the second shot he's hit.
Had a 3 in the first. Nice little spin off the top of that zone and gets the 2-pointer to drop that time. So a game of runs so far. The first quarter controlled by the Apaches. The second thus far by the Pointers. It's gone back and forth.
Yeah, it has. And like anything, you have to be comfortable. Right now, Auburndale's not very comfortable against that 1-3-1.
It'll be Pointers ball on the baseline after the timeout. 130 taken for each team thus far, and they'll throw it out top to Ulrich. And now back to Schmitz to set it.
Auburndale back into a man. You're going to see the dribble handoff. Look for the drive to the hoop.
Ulrich hits it.
And that's your post guy stepping out and hitting it.
Nicolay will set. Once again attacking this 1-3-1 zone look. Lewis outside, Krings. They want to get him an open look the way he shot it thus far. Down low, nice little jump hook, and Marth gets it to fall.
That was the best that I've seen Auburndale attack it because they went high, they went low, and they got it inside.
High-low action, and yet another assist for the Apaches. Schmitz spins, hits. Both teams trading punches now here that were settled into the second quarter. Looks outside, another look for Krings, and yes, again. Off the bench, Cooper Krings has 8 points early on for Auburndale.
I think he averages 4 points a game, so he's really stepping up tonight.
Check that, I slighted him a little, Jerry. He's got 10 already.
He does.
Cy Staver been relatively quiet so far for Mineral Point. This is Schmitz.
Another thing that you see Point do, they really reverse the basketball well. Then look to penetrate.
Pode, another open look. Can he hit it again? No. Ulrich, yes, plus the harm. He's been big in the second quarter for Point as well. And let's take another look at that. Off the Pode miss. Right to Ulrich, and he battles through the contact.
Yes, he does.
Couple of substitutions for Auburndale. Matt Lang checks back in, as well as Tyler Weber. Lewis and Van Schoik head of the bench, and Ulrich completes the three-point play. Point by 2. It's been a good one so far.
Auburndale's trying to overload against that zone. Keep looking in on the inside.
Had that nice high-low action last time. Weber looking. He'll go cross court or try to. Auburndale able to corral it, avoid a turnover.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet there.
Both of these teams very good at taking over the ball typically as Pode gets a steal. Gorgon back out to Pode.
Reverse, 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 penetrate.
Schmitz, Staver. Good ball movement, Ulrich. He'll kick it out. Patience from the Pointers. Off front iron on the attempt from Schmitz. Rebounded by Weber, and here come the Apaches in transition. Looking for Lang down low. It's taken away again. Good hands from the Point guards. Less than 2 to play now in the first half.
And I feel this tempo favors Mineral Point right now.
Auburndale, a team that much prefers to play slow. Both teams have been getting up and down here in quarter number 2. That's it fly, and Gorgon there drawing nothing. And the Apaches looking to run. That's not typical of them.
No.
Skip pass, Marth. Off glass, no. Rebound tipped out to Gorgon.
But they got the basketball on the inside that time, and that's what Coach Reinfurter would like to happen.
Pointers have outscored the Apaches by 10 this quarter. That's still just a 2-point deficit for Auburndale, as Ulrich can't get it to go down low through a little contact.
Nicolay has been relatively quiet in this basketball game.
Good look there, and Weber knocks it down.
Nice.
Just as you say it, he gets the assist.
Exactly, exactly. Did a nice job.
Looks like the Pointers may play for one here with 35 seconds left in half number 1. They've attempted 12 three-point shots thus far, and one heading into the half would certainly give them a little momentum.
They will look, Staver will look to probably dribble handoff, penetrate, kick, either take the 3 or attack the hoop, and they'll probably do it at 10. Now,
Staver's been relatively quiet so far. Their leading scorer, he has just 2 points tonight. Looking for Ulrich, can't get the lob to go, but Pode, no. Nicolay corrals it, shot not off in time, and that's how the first half will come to a close. Very entertaining first 2 quarters, 29 all as we head into the half. And what stood out to you in half number 1 here, Jerry?
Well, I thought, as you mentioned, the first quarter, it was all Auburndale. They kept getting the basketball on the inside. The difference was Mineral Point went to that 1-3-1 zone. They've gotten a number of turnovers, and it's limited Auburndale's inside looks. Points hit a couple of threes. It's been a good basketball game.
And now we'll send it over to the third member of our team, Lauren Majera, standing by with Auburndale head coach Chad Weinfurter.
Coach, you go into the half tied. right. Is this a whole new ball game in the second half?
Yeah, we've got to limit their shots. We've given up too many second shots in the first half. Offensively, we've done a great job, though. I think we've handled their 1-3-1 very well.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Brandon, back to you.
There's a man who's experienced on this stage, Chad Weinberger, taking the Apaches to state for the second time in 3 years. And they'll have a tie game when we come out of the half. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations to Mineral Point Boys Basketball on their trip to state from Farmers Implement Store. Service has been a family tradition since 1981. And Ross Soil Service. Better product, better people, better equipment, better service for you.
Another Ross Darrow Kia exclusive. Live market pricing on new Kias. Buy or lease a new Kia at the most competitive price or payment with no hassle. Ross Darrow Kia shops the competition for you. We use online data to ensure the most competitive price, and we'll prove it to you. This week only, get a fully equipped, very sporty 2015 Kia Soul sale priced from only $12,577. Or buy for $179 a month, you own it. Get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile factory warranty on every new Kia, and Ross Darrow Kia has doubled it to a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. We'll even include maintenance for a year. Odana Road on Madison's west side near Westtown Mall.
Congratulations to Mineral Point Boys Basketball on their trip to state from Johnson Block and Company Certified Public Accountants. Quality service through our commitment to staff and clients. And Thunder Bridge Signs and Apparel, your bridge to a better image for signs and logoed apparel.
Tie ball game at halftime in this Division IV state semifinal. Brandon Kinnard here alongside Jerry Pettigrew. And Jerry, a very entertaining first half, and what stood out to you mostly?
Well, you know, the thing that really surprised me is how physical Auburndale is. They've really done a nice job off the boards. Their assist ratio to baskets is excellent, but I thought, once again, I've mentioned many times, the 1-3-1 zone of Mineral Point has caused some problems for Auburndale just because it's limited their inside baskets.
They typically only turn it over 10 times a game, 7 turnovers in the first half for the Apaches. Halftime here, now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Hey, I thought you were sick. I was, but my mom took me to the doctor. Today? Yep. So, you don't get to stay home from school? Nope. Shh. I'm not gonna tell my mom about this. Amen, brother.
Introducing same-day appointments at Marshfield Clinic. Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
Auburndale and Mineral Point tied up at 29 at the half. And now for your halftime entertainment, we send it upstairs to Scott Emmerich, who's standing by. Scott?
Hey, Brandon, thanks very much. Don't forget the winner of this one plays Whitefish Bay Dominican in the Division IV Championship. Dominican crushed Eau Claire Regis earlier this evening, 93-54. Well, our WIA state tournament broadcast does not go on without tremendous help from our statewide sponsors. One of them is Rural Mutual Insurance. Let's learn a little bit more about Rural Mutual Insurance.
At Rural Mutual Insurance Company, Wisconsin is in our blood, in our sweat, in our homes, and on our minds. Why Wisconsin? Because we only do business in this state, as we always have since the 1930s. In fact, Rural Mutual can trace its dairy state roots back to the early days of the Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation. Since then, new buildings have been built, new fields have been sown, and families have grown. But the Wisconsin attitude remains. Play hard, play fair, work as a team. That's why we sponsor the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award. Our own team has gotten stronger in the last 75 years as well. More than 150 local agents work to ensure our customers receive the best advice and the best service, no matter where they live. Today, we offer a complete line of insurance packages, including auto, home, business, workers' compensation. We do all this while remaining the #1 farm insurer in the state. It gives working in the field a whole new meaning. But our agents know how to roll up their sleeves and get the job done, whatever that job entails. When it comes time to make your next insurance decisions, keep Rural Mutual Insurance in mind, because premiums paid here stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. If you want to learn more, visit ruralins.com or connect with us on Facebook. Rural Mutual Insurance, a Farm Bureau service.
And thanks so much to the people from Rural Mutual Insurance for joining us once again this year. Hey, don't forget, if you're not able to watch the games on TV, I have another way you can watch them. You can download the WIAA Magic of March app on your mobile device. We are live streaming the games on the app, and you can also get scores and game stories on the app as well. The WIAA Magic of March app. Very entertaining first half of action. Mineral Point and Auburndale all locked up at 29 apiece. To look ahead to the second half and look back at the first half, back courtside, here's Brandon and Jerry.
Thank you very much, Scott. Certainly no shortage of highlights from that first half, Jerry. Very entertaining, up and down at times, which is not necessarily something that we expected from these two teams. But the Apaches with a hot first quarter get it started off. There's one of their 9 assists.
They've been very efficient on offense. 12 for 18, so they've shot the ball really well.
Drive and score there from Cooper Krings. He had 10 points off the bench for Auburndale. Auburndale outscoring the Mineral Point bench by quite a few, but those two, Turner Pote and Tarek Olaric, have been big.
That played very, very well for them. Very well. Pote especially.
Morgan knocks down a 3 there, part of a big second quarter for the Pointers, but Auburndale righted the ship going into the half. Nice little move down low from Alex Martin. And here's that man again, Cooper Krings. Yep. 2 threes in the first half. He was huge for Auburndale. Here's a look at your first half stats. The field goal percentage really stands out there. Hard to believe the Apaches will be able to keep that up in the second, 67%.
They're doing quite well on that. Second chance points, you look at Mineral Point's got 9 second chance points, and they're 100% from the free throw line, 4 for 4. So should be a great second half.
And 10-0 in bench points, all of those coming from Cooper Krings. Right. Now the leading scorers, Krings, Olaric, and Pote, each with 10. Matthew Nicolay as well, averaging nearly 17 a game for Auburndale. Just 5 in the first half. They may look to get him going a little bit more in the second. We will see. And do you think maybe they'll go to Nicolay a little bit more in the second half?
Yeah, I do. And he's such an efficient kid. You know what I mean? He's one of those kids that coaches love because he just as soon passes, shoot, and he's a great passer. On the other side, I think Mineral Point, they love what they do. Attack the rack, kick out. If you've got the 3, they'll take it. And I think they're going to use Olaric a little bit more in the second half.
All right, we'll see what half number 2 brings us in the final game of this first day of the WIAA 100 State Boys Basketball Tournament. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations to Mineral Point Boys Basketball on their trip to state from Mineral Point Medical Center, with 2 convenient locations in Mineral Point and Dodgeville, and Dan's Auto Center. For all of your automotive needs, visit Dan's Auto Center of Mineral Point. Go Pointers!
This is it. The final week of Ashley Furniture Home Store's 70th anniversary sale is this weekend. You'll save 25% and more off our huge selection of furniture from the #1 brand in the world, Ashley. Plus, our biggest store-wide financing offer. Pay 0% APR for as long as 70 months store-wide. And find doorbusters like this contemporary sofa and love seat set. You pay just $5.99 for the set. Plus, save up to 50% off select Tempur-Pedic floor sample mattresses. The 70th anniversary event must end Monday, only at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
We are growers. Soil is in our souls and the creases of our hands. We see things as they could be and don't stop until the job is done. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during Kubota's More Power to You sales event, you can get 0 down and 0.99% APR financing for up to 60 months on new, powerful M-Series tractors.
Congratulations to Mineral Point Boys Basketball on their trip to state from RBS Activewear. Quick delivery of quality screen-printed and embroidered apparel for schools since 1987. And Ivy's Pharmacy, your local independent pharmacy for prescriptions, digital photo processing, and greeting cards.
Back at the Kohl Center just moments ago, Lauren Majera had a chance to catch up with Mineral Point head coach Dan Burrison.
Coach, you started out this game playing a little bit of catch-up, but then you started out the second on a 10-0 run. Talk about how important that ended up being.
Well, really, really important. I think, their experience showed here early in the game, and then we kind of settled in and started to be who we were, and obviously that run got us back in the game.
All right, good luck, as this is kind of a scoreless game again here.
Absolutely. It should be a lot of fun.
Brandon, back to you.
Thanks very much, Lauren. Scoreless indeed. A good way to look at it is the Apache at 29 with Mineral Point. Start the second half with the basketball. And they go down low right away. And Schoik can't quite deliver. Rolls around and out. Pointers look to push. Out top, Schmitz for three. Not quite. Ulrich, though, pulls it out. Schmitz gets it back off glass and good. Second chance points again, now 11 in the game for the Pointers. And that might be the height difference coming into play there. Inside for March, back out. Lewis for three. Yes. He answers back right away, and Auburndale retakes the lead.
I'm impressed the way Auburndale's moving the basketball against the 1-3-1 zone right now. There's no hesitation.
Nicolay had it back tapped out.
The layup.
And this will be an easy one for Alex Schmitz. I think it was Schmitz in the first place who snuck up right behind Nicolay and just tapped it out. Another turnover for Auburndale. Nicolay tries it.
Auburndale back to a man defense.
Cy Staver, leading scorer with nearly 15 points a game. Had just 2 in that first half. Both leading scorers struggling a bit in half number 1. Turner Poe had 10 points. Staver thought about it. Nice look down low. Ulrich for 2.
They did a great job that time. Moved the basketball around, a little weave, and Staver gets into the middle, hits Ulrich for a layup.
In addition to those 14.7 points a game, he's their leading assister with nearly 4.5 a game in that category. Van Schoik fouled down low. He'll head to the line for 2. And let's take a look at that beautiful dish from Staver to Ulrich down low.
No look.
Point falls on number 20, Tarek Ulrich. His first of the team's first.
Pretty play there from a couple of seniors. Both of these teams very senior laden. Van Schoik not quite.
Checking in for the Apaches, number 21, Cooper Krings.
Cooper Krings checks in for Auburndale. He had 10 points off the bench in half number 1. And Van Schoik, a 62% free throw shooter, hits 1 of 2. Whistles now, and a quick timeout of 30 from the Mineral Point bench. 5:43 to play in quarter number 3. 35-33. Mineral Point on top of Auburndale. 2015 WIAA tournament brought to you by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Wisconsin's #1 dental plan. Auburndale switching up the defenses a bit, Jerry. They're primarily a man-to-man team. They showed a little 3-2 zone in the first half. Now back to the man.
Yeah, they are, and Point is doing what they do in that they like to reverse the basketball. They like to get you in that little weave, and then if they get a gap, they're going to penetrate that gap. Somebody helps, they're going to kick off.
Staver will set it. Ulrich down low. He's been big in more ways than one. Code fouled, and he'll go to the line. That's been the duo for Mineral Point. Tarek Ulrich and Turner Poe.
And I think that was a set play by Coach Burrison coming out of the timeout.
And that's foul number 3 on Jake Lewis, and he will exit the ball game. Tyler Weber replaces him. 79% foul shooter on the season, 1 of 2 for Poe, and that's tapped out of bounds by Ulrich. It'll go the way of Auburndale. A 3-point Pointers lead now. There's that 1-3-1 zone look.
What they're trying to do is overload Nicolay to one side or the other.
Trying to get it inside to Van Schoik there. It's tapped away and stolen by Schmitz. He's been a bit more active in the second half, Alex Schmitz. Gorgon drives to Ulrich again.
Drive, kick.
Look at the steal differential. Mineral Point 8 steals in the ball game. Auburndale just 1 as Nicolay tries to save it. Staver, a beautiful look again. Ulrich, no, but a foul. And he'll get 2 shots. Another no look there from Staver.
Staver's beating him with other ways besides scoring.
First one off front iron. Ulrich 12 points on the night so far. He's 2 of 3 from the foul line. And he gets the second to fall. Back up to a 4-point Mineral Point lead. Here's Krings, who had those 10 first-half points off the bench. Back out Weber. Weber lets it fly. Not quite. Ulrich soars in for the rebound. Here come the Pointers now. A little bit of a run to open this third quarter as well. Pode for 3. Count them all.
Great assist by Staver.
He hasn't done it in the scoring column, but he's distributed the ball beautifully thus far tonight, specifically here in the second half, and here it is.
It happened because he penetrated the lane, drew 3 defenders on him.
They put it up 9-1.
Left Pode wide open.
14 now for Pode, 13 for Ulrich. Mineral Point has opened it up to a 7-point lead, forcing the Apaches to take a timeout. Unauthorized use or rebroadcast of this program and live internet stream without the express written consent of Quincy Newspapers Incorporated, Wisconsin Broadcast Division, is strictly prohibited and a violation of U.S. copyright law. And now the Apaches at a point where they've got to get some of this momentum back in their favor. It's a 9-1 Mineral Point run in the last 3 or so minutes. Good tip there from Nicolay.
And I've got to believe that, like you say, they average 10 turnovers a game. I think they've got at least 10 now.
They'll look to clean it up a bit offensively. Krings off glass and good.
That young man has played very well tonight.
Krings, a 5'11" senior. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, no shortage of senior leadership for either of these teams.
Now they're going to a 2-3 zone. 2-3 zone.
Pointers working against it. Staver gets a look. Can't quite hit. Ulrich flies in, grabs the board. Yes! And the foul. What a second half that young man is having.
This was all Terlich Ulrich right here. He just took the ball away from him.
Right over the top of Marth, and Ulrich stands 6'4". The tallest player on Auburndale's roster, 6'1". There are several of them at that height. And Ulrich back to the foul line. 3 of 4 there so far tonight. Make it 4 of 5. The Apaches looking to right the ship here.
The other thing, Brandon, at the 1-3-1 zone, it's really kept Nicolay from showcasing his game because he's really a good basketball player, but the zone has pretty well tied him up. He hasn't had a lot of looks.
Getting our first look tonight at Brian Gerke, who just checked in for Auburndale with the ball at the point. 1-3-1 really extended right now for Mineral Point. Krings, can he hit another? No. Good rebound off glass and good. Matt Lang.
That was a big basket.
Stymies that momentum a little bit, down to a 6 points. Pointers advantage, and a foul called on the outside against Matt Nicolay. And we have a timeout on the floor. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Add style to your home's exterior with new lights from Patriot Lighting. The Estero outdoor wall light comes in an oil bronzed or white finish, $14 each. The Davy outdoor wall light in a pewter finish is $24. Right now, all special order Ideal garage doors are on sale. These premium 4-star doors feature 24-gauge steel construction with raised panel design. An 8x7 door is just $269.
Save big money at Menards.
In Wisconsin, we believe in lessons learned early in life. Play hard and play fair. That's why Rural Mutual Insurance sponsors WIAA Athletics and the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award. As one of the top 50 property and casualty companies in the country, we provide a full line of insurance products to families, businesses, and farms in Wisconsin. And since Rural Mutual does business in only one state, premiums paid here stay here to keep Wisconsin strong.
Everyone's fired up at the Kohl Center tonight, Jerry. There's the Auburndale student section getting into it a little bit, and they could maybe get behind their Apaches here. They trail by 6 in the third.
Yeah, it's been a great first day for the 100th anniversary. What a job Deb Hauser and the her WIA staff has done putting this together. It's amazing.
Mineral Point shooting it much better in the second half, just 38% in the first. 5 of 9 so far in this third quarter. And Auburndale has cooled off a bit after scorching it with 67% from the floor in the first. Code out top, and now he gets it back. 2 to play in the third quarter.
Even out of the zone, what they like to do, pass, see if we can get a little bit of dribble penetration, make 2 guys guard you, and now hit the open man.
Ulrich outside, Code again, fires, count it. That combination of Ulrich to Code has been gigantic. Brings to Lang, cross court, Gerke, not quite. And Alex Smart there to clean it up. Another big bucket for the Apaches.
Yes, it is.
Hanging in there, trailing by 7 now. This is Jordan Kittleson, who checked in at that last break. The drive, the stop. Gorgon off front iron. Weak side rebound, controlled by Gerke, and here comes Auburndale. Nicolay, not quite, but he did get the foul. That might have brought the Auburndale crowd to its feet if he had gotten that one to drop. Instead, Nicolay heads to the line for a pair. 74% foul shooter on the season, and this is a young man, multi-sport athlete, who was diagnosed with pediatric follicular lymphoma 3 weeks before the football season started. It's a wide receiver on the Apaches football team. Remarkably, he missed just 3 games. He's back, he's the leading scorer for this team, and he's now cancer-free.
Yeah, he's an amazing athlete, amazing kid, to be honest with you. If he makes this free throw, it's going to be a 6-point game. I think Auburndale's going to have to come out and pressure him a little bit, or Point will just hang on to it for the last shot.
Staver walks it up slowly, and that may be just what they do. We were tied at 29 at the break. The Pointers have outscored the Apaches by 6 here in quarter number 3. Looking against that zone look from Auburndale. Really been letting the 3 balls fly as well. Mineral Point 5 of 18 from beyond the arc. 18 of their 40 field goal attempts are 3-point shots.
Yeah, they just want one shot. They're going to hold it.
And they'll let Staver sit out there with it, right on top of the motion W. 15 ticks remaining and counting. Corners will look to build it to an 8 or 9 point lead going into the final quarter. Ulrich has been the go-to guy. Back out, Code, short corner, not quite, and the tap-in sails long. So it remains a 6-point Mineral Point lead through 3, 46-40. The Pointers on top of the Apaches. We'll be back with the fourth. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Chevy trucks always find new roads to conquer. We started with the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road. And now, introducing the pickup that unanimously won the 2015 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. All made of high-strength steel, only at one place, your Chevy dealer.
Right now, get up to $7,750 in total value on the #1 selling Chevy Silverado. See your local Badgerland Chevy dealer.
It's our grand opening celebration sale going on now. Save big at our newly expanded stores with the largest appliance showroom in Dane County. See more selection, appliances, and brands you love. Save 10% on Samsung appliances. Save up to 70% on scratch and dent and floor models. Every Samsung appliance is on sale through Sunday, and we'll even throw in free delivery. Save now at the newly remodeled Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
The 100th anniversary, celebrating the many, many accomplishments throughout 100 years of WIAA basketball. And hey, I recognize that guy. Jerry Pettigrew, the winningest coach in Wisconsin State High School basketball history. You can never have too many congratulations for that, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Here's our Skyward game summary brought to you by Skyward Incorporated, empowering school district success. And look at those second chance points for the Pointers.
Those are key. Those are key.
It's been mainly Tarek Ulrich and Turner Pode combining for 33 of Mineral Point's 46 points. And there he is again. Ulrich skies in for the finger roll. He's got 18 tonight. Pode with 17, pacing the Pointers. They look inside. The Apaches do it. It's tipped away. Here comes Schmitz. 3-on-2 for Point. Staver tipped away and out of bounds by Alex Smart. That'll stay with Point. So now Auburndale, which led throughout the entire first quarter, must crawl itself out of a hole in the fourth.
Yeah, methodically, Mineral Point has built it to a 10-point lead, or an 8-point lead.
There's a reason they've only lost one game in 2 seasons. A very fundamentally sound team, and they're getting after it on the defensive end as well, forcing several turnovers throughout the game. The Apaches average just 10 turnovers a game. Tonight, 11.
One of their biggest strengths is how well they pass the basketball.
Attacking that zone, Staver outside, Alex Schmitz, count them all. Up to an 11-point lead, the largest on either side.
Probably forces Auburndale to go back to a man.
A big shot from Jake Lewis. He sat out much of the third, foul trouble. Comes back and makes his mark here early in the fourth, and a quick timeout from the Auburndale bench. It's a 30. So check that. It is a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Okay, this guy sells to his friends. He sells to his friends. He sells to his friends. Then boom, you've tripled your investment. See, it's not a pyramid scheme.
Some choices are good, some bad, and some obvious. Like choosing a dental plan from the provider that ensures the most smiles in the state. Delta Dental of Wisconsin.
Please don't tell Mom.
The obvious choice.
Please.
You know what today is, Jeff?
Yeah, Paul, it's the last day of the sales competition.
And you know what that means, Jeff?
You, big guy, are gonna win that 42-inch TV.
Wait, is that Phil? He's supposed to be out sick. What's he doing?
Looks like he's about to sell a car.
He's supposed to be sick.
Looks like he went to the doctor today.
Phil, you're supposed to be sick, Phil. I'll go home. I need this TV.
You better watch out. We might be watching TV over at Phil's.
No, it's my TV. It
Introducing
is my TV.
same-day appointments at Marshfield Clinic. Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine.
I'm going to be sick.
Back to an 8-point Mineral Point lead after the Jake Lewis 3. We mentioned Auburndale controlled that first quarter. They led by 8 after a quarter, but since then it's been all Mineral Point. Check out those numbers.
Yeah, you can see where since they're 9 for 16 in that first quarter, they were 8 for 12. I looked for Auburndale now to pick them up man-to-man. We're in the fourth quarter. They're down by 8 points, and they really, I don't know if they can stay in that zone. If they do, they're going to have to trap out of it.
They do stay in the zone for now. Cooper Krings into the game. He's been hot. See Matthew Nicolay at just 5'9" in the bottom wing of the zone, and they do force a turnover, but they give it right back. Staver, no. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with points. And you know what really stood out to me is not that the percentage has gone down for Auburndale, but the fact that they've only gotten 16 shots off since that first quarter.
Exactly.
Compare that to 32 for Point. It's turnovers and second chance points doing that. Staver just can't find that net today. But he has made his mark in other areas. There's Jake Lewis knocked down that 3 before the timeout. Nicolay looking for Krings, a little miscue, and yet another Auburndale turnover.
And uncharacteristically, Auburndale's had quite a few turnovers tonight.
Up to 12 now.
12.
On the other side of it, just 4 for Mineral Point. And they're one of the best teams in the state at taking care of the basketball, averaging just 7 turnovers a game. And there's one. On cue. It's like they can hear us. Sloppy coming out of that timeout on both sides. And Auburndale hanging in there, trailing by just 8. Another good one to finish out an exciting first day of this WIAA 100th boys basketball tournament. Lewis, the shot fake, the drive, no, but a foul. And Jake Lewis, a 57% foul shooter, will head to the line. Foul goes against Turner Pogue. Just his first, so no foul trouble there. Only 3 team on the pointers as Lewis hits the first one. We saw a couple exciting games in Division 5 today, and we saw one of the top teams in the state, Dominican, at its finest in the first game of this session. And now another tight one here. Lewis can't get the second one to drop.
This was one of those nights for Dominican. I don't know if there was a team in the state that could have beat them tonight, to be very honest with you. They just played unbelievably.
Staver, yes, off glass. Just his second bucket of the game. He's 2 for 8 from the floor now. Does have 6 assists to go along with his 4 points. Down low, Marth, no, but a foul, and he will head to the line. As far as Dominican goes, the winner of this game will get Dominican. All the talk is always about Diamond Stone, but the depth is what really stood out to me.
Yeah, there were other guys that played huge for them tonight. They had open shots, and they hit the open shots because Regis was a really good basketball team, and they dismantled it.
Marth uses all the rim there. He gets it to drop. He's 2 for 3 from the line now. 8 points on the night for the senior big man. Just a couple below his season average. This one to cut it to 7. Rolls out. Just a little more than 5 to play now, and we've seen the pointers at times slow it down and use up some clock.
Exactly.
Really no need to push it here with an 8-point lead. Schmitz, good look. Ulrich outside. Gorgon. Yes, another triple. The Mineral Point student section about to blow the roof off of this place. A huge second half for the Pointers. We were tied at 29 heading into the third quarter. Nearly another turnover, but they control it. Van Schoik lets it fly from 3. Can't get it to go. He's only taken 9 3-pointers on the season coming into tonight. Staver will back it out. Still in that 2-3 zone, Coach. You surprised?
Yes, I am surprised because Point is in no hurry.
Staver to Ulrich. He tried to dunk it there. No. Yes, on the second try and a foul. He is fired up. And now the Point crowd really getting into it. Their team leads by 13 as we take a look back. First attempt, no, but Ulrich, another second chance opportunity.
Yeah, and a great pass by Staver.
Ulrich heads back to the line. He's got 20, 4 of 6 from the stripe tonight. 1 rebound away from a double-double. That 5 of 7 from the line, and just like that, it's a 14-point lead. Lewis hit one earlier. Low, Lang. Marth off front iron, rebound Ulrich. That's his 10th board. Auburndale can't buy a shot here in the fourth quarter. They're still shooting at a high percentage, but they haven't been able to get many shots off in the second half. See the ball handling ability from Staver there. The crowd likes that. Now some pressure from the Apaches as Nicolay taps it away. On the floor, and Lang will corral it back to Nicolay. He's got to go. Lefty stops. Martha skip. Lewis for 3. No. And another board for Ulrich.
They're going to try to use as much clock as possible.
You can tell the crowd is starting to sense it a little bit. This Pointers team still without a loss this season. Just 1 loss in the last 2 seasons. 2 minutes, 40 seconds away from a state championship date with Dominican. Foul there from the Apaches. They're now into fouling mode. That one goes against Cooper Krings. His first, that's just the 6th on the team, so 1 more, and the Pointers are shooting. Krings exits the game. They had 10 big points in the first half, just 2 here in the second off the bench.
He did a nice job for him. Did a very good job. Now you're seeing a trapping zone.
It almost worked there. Lewis nearly flying in for the steal. Nicolay gets it, and he'll lay it in for 2. And now they'll keep the full court pressure on. Still reachable, a 12-point game. A lot of skip passes here from Point. Staver down low. Ulrich gets it again.
And that's been a good combination here the last quarter. Staver to Ulrich.
Marth will try the 3. He gets it to drop. And a quick timeout from the Auburndale bench. Just his 4th 3-point attempt on the season. The first one he's gotten to drop. It's a big one, and at least for the meantime, keeps the Apaches in the game. Full timeout, we'll take one with them. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
When you were a teen, a driver's license meant one thing, freedom. But to your parents, it meant the stress of finding and paying for auto insurance. Today, it's easy with Rural Mutual Insurance. We get teens. Our Town and Country auto policy offers young operator rates, claims-free discounts, and multi-policy discounts of up to 25%. Since Rural Mutual Insurance only does business in Wisconsin, premiums paid here stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. Contact us at ruralins.com.
Mineral Point leading Auburndale by 11 after the Alex Marth 3. Quick timeout from the Apaches bench. What's Coach Weinfurter telling the guys?
Well, you know, I think they've had a little success. It looks like a 1-3-1 trap. They're picking them up. I think that they'll probably do that again. If they don't get the steal, they're probably going to foul. So we'll probably see quite a few free throws here by Mineral Point in the last minute and a half. But, you know, a key statistic, they shoot 72% free throw as a team. So
and it's not just one of them who can hit them, it's the entire team.
They can make free throws.
Since the first quarter, Auburndale led at 18-10 after one. Mineral Point has outscored the Apaches 49-30. One of the top teams in the state really turning it on after a quarter of play. The pressure from the Apaches nearly forces a steal. 3-on-2 look for the Pointers, but they'll pull it out. And now you'll look for Auburndale to maybe foul.
Yeah, I think you're going to see him foul.
Spread out offense, and Lewis with a reach-in call. That'll send Alex Schmitz to the line. 77% shooter on the season. Now, looking down the line at these free throw percentages, 77 for Schmitz, 82 for Joey Gorgon, 79 for Turner Pogue, 76 for Cy Staber, 67 for Tarek Ulrich.
Yep.
That's the entire starting five for the Pointers. You can't really go wrong there.
No.
First one, no good. So still an 11-point lead. Nicolay's pass tapped. Van Schoik able to control it. There's Krings with the drive and the bucket. 14 now for him off the bench. That cuts it to 9. Oh, yeah, that's an over and back call. Yeah. He just crossed the stripe and threw it back to Schmitz. So Auburndale, a team that has played several close games throughout the postseason, doing what they do, hanging in there.
That's right.
It's Jake Lewis. He did hit a three earlier. Marth tries again. Front iron, no good. Van Schoik, though, there for it. Lewis wanted it. Van Schoik off glass, got it. Don't turn away just yet, folks. Down to 7. And now a tap, and Gorgon's fouled by Nicolay. He'll head to the line. Let's take a look back at that last Auburndale possession. Marth trying another three. Couldn't get it to go on the second chance. Van Schoik off glass.
I like that big guy. I think he moves well for a big fella. I can imagine him in the middle center of the line for the Auburndale football team. I don't know if that happened, but I can just imagine. He looks to me like he was a football player, too.
He had the game-winning shot in the sectional final against Brilliant with 6 seconds on the clock in that one. So he's no stranger to these late game moments. Both foul shots from Gorgon are good.
And give Auburndale a lot of credit. They worked extremely hard. As I mentioned before, I thought they had a few too many turnovers against that 1-3-1.
Marth hits it. And a quick timeout from Coach Weinferter. Down to 6. Alex Marth, a couple of triples here in the last couple of possessions. And he is keeping the Apaches in this. 63-57, and we'll take a look at our skyward play of the game. Go figure, a Staber to Ulrich pass.
Yeah, that's been very effective for him all night long.
Once again, brought to you by Skyward Incorporated, empowering school district success. And that's what you love to see, the emotion of March. Tarek.
Skyward is growing, and we're looking for dedicated, hard-working individuals to join our team. Our new world headquarters is under construction in Stevens Point and is scheduled to be completed in December of 2015. This is where we'll house over 500 local jobs we plan to create in the next 6 years. We're currently looking for software engineers, but we'll soon have openings in consulting, sales, marketing, administration, and more. Log on to skyward.com to find out more about the great career opportunities available.
34 long seconds remaining on the clock, and Auburndale still hanging in there, trailing Mineral Point by 6. What do they have to do here to stay in this one?
Well, they're going to go for the steal. If they don't get the steal, they're going to foul quick.
Straight man-on-man. Marth defending the inbounder. They'll throw it deep, and Lewis with the foul. That's his 5th. He'll be gone. A hard foul sending Staber to the line. Lewis fouls out. He had 7 points, 2 assists for the Apaches in this semifinal, and Auburndale will send a couple new guys in. Cooper Krings, who's been big offensively, as well as Josh Van Schoik. Matt Lang exits. Only a second came off the clock there, so that's what you want if you're Auburndale.
Exactly.
But this young man at the line is not what you want. And he hits the first.
He's been a starter since he's been a freshman. He was MVP of the SWAL League, and just a great all-around kid.
Coach Dan Burrison said there were growing pains with him at first, as there are bound to be with any freshman starter, but now he says he's, bar none, one of the best players he's had the opportunity to coach. And Schoik has it tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with Auburndale. Trailing by 8, 24.6 to play. And now it's just a fouling game if you're the Apaches.
That's right.
Got a score to go along with it. Tipped away, they turn it over. Schmitz fouled, he'll head to the line. And if he hits these, that may just about do it.
Yeah. Then you're in one of those situations where you say, hey, we've had a great season. We've had a great season.
Alex Schmitz to the line, a 77% free throw shooter. Double bonus now, he hits the first. And Auburndale will send in some substitutes. Take all the starting 5 out, all of them seniors.
This is nice so that kids get into the game, they get on TV. It's just a nice gesture by the coach, and we're glad to see it happen. Dan Burrison doing the same for Mineral Point.
For the Apaches, Colin Hawkins, Logan Brown, Caleb Weinfurter, Luke Olson, as well as Colin Hawkins, who I believe I mentioned. Dylan Peplinski, the 5th out there for Auburndale. Schmitz, no good on the second. Rebound for Hawkins. He'll bring it down with less than 20 to play now. Who can get a bucket at the Kohl Center? We'll talk about that for the rest of your life. It's Dylan Peplinski. Cuts it to 7. The Apaches looked like they still wanted to foul there. Less than 5 to play. And the horn sounds. Mineral Point trailing by 8 through 1 quarter. They come back to claim a 66-59 victory over Auburndale in the Division IV state semifinal. It'll be the 2 top teams in the state on Saturday. Mineral Point looking for an undefeated season against Whitefish Bay Dominican, looking for a 4th consecutive Division IV state championship. What a game that'll be. We'll be back to wrap this one up, plus look forward. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
In the fraction of time we spend driving in reverse, about 500,000 accidents occur each year, which is why the Infiniti QX60 has world's first safety technology available, like backup collision intervention, which can brake even before you do, to help keep everyone safe. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Miller & Sons has been your friendly family grocer for over 100 years. With our Verona and our new Mount Horeb location, Miller & Sons is able to support local growers to bring you the freshest quality produce. If there's something special you are looking for, let us know. We'll try to get it.
This week, Banquet frozen meals are 88 cents each. Dean's Milk, $2.58 a gallon, and Black Canyon Family Pack New York strip steak is just $7.98 a pound.
At Miller & Sons, we pass the savings on to you, and we also carry your groceries out to your car.
It's time to put your year in gear during the Polaris XP sales event. Get rebates up to $1,000, financing as low as 1.99%, and more. Our most popular Sportsman comes with a free 5-year warranty. You could save up to $1,000 on accessories when you take home a Ranger XP. It's all part of the year's best deals on the world's biggest off-road lineup.
Available now at Ritchie Implement in Barneveld and Cobb.
Mineral Point is moving on to the D4 state championship game. Third member of our team, Lauren Majera, standing by with a head coach and 2 young men who combined for 40 of the pointers, 66 points tonight. Lauren, take it away.
Coach, you told me at the half that you needed these guys to act more like themselves. Did you see that in the second? What does that mean?
Absolutely. Just share the basketball. Everybody be committed defensively. You know, these guys, the thing we always talk about, the thing we do best is share the ball. I thought we moved the ball extremely well in the second half, and we got great opportunities moving the basketball.
You were tied at halftime. Essentially, this was a brand new game in the second half. What did you do differently in the second half that you guys missed out on in the first?
Well, I don't think we did anything different. We just weren't really like attacking. We were kind of taking outside shots and they weren't falling. So at halftime, we kind of just like, we need to attack. We can't take outside shots. And then once we attack, our outside shots will fall.
You're facing Dominican Republic in the state title game, a team that has won the championship 3 years in a row. Is that a factor at all to you guys?
No, it's not. You know, we're just going to go out there and play our game, and hopefully it goes well for us and see what happens, I guess.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Brandon, back to you.
Thanks very much, Lauren. Jerry, not necessarily even a tale of 2 halves, but a tale of the first quarter compared to the last 3 quarters. After quarter number 1, Mineral Point outscored Auburndale 56-37. What was different?
I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it was a 1-3-1 zone. It caused Auburndale a lot of trouble. They turned the basketball over. They didn't get as many points in the paint, and I thought that was a big key to the basketball game.
Let's take a look back at some of the highlights from this one. Auburndale really controlling that first quarter, but in the second half, things changed. Although they did get things going, Jake Lewis, little 3, he would later foul out, but did finish with 7 points. And it's fun to watch Cy Staver pass the basketball, isn't it?
Point, you know, they penetrate and then kick either on the inside or the outside, and they were draining some of those threes the second half.
Turner Pote knocks that one down. He had 17. How about this young man, Cooper Krings? Big off the bench, he had 14.
14 points. Great job by him.
That Ulrich to Pote combo. There's Turner knocking down yet another. Here they come attacking the zone. Ulrich gets it to go. He can jump.
Yes, he can. And believe it or not, I know a lot of people aren't giving Mineral Point a chance tomorrow or Saturday night against Dominican, but this is a team can shoot, and that's why they play the game.
Auburndale still ends up shooting at 61% from the floor. The turnovers that really got him, you can see Mineral Point.
Yeah,
11 steals.
You mentioned it in the broadcast. They didn't get many shots. You know, 23 for 38. But the turnovers really hurt them, and second chance points.
A lot of offensive rebounds for Mineral Point. They end up with 50 attempts from the floor compared to just 38 for Auburndale. That's quite a differential there.
Yes, it is. And just give Mineral Point a great deal of credit, but congratulations to Auburndale, too. They had a great season.
And looking at the leading scorers from this game, it was Krings off the bench with 14. Marth also 14 for Auburndale. 3 players in double figures for the Pointers for the season. They averaged 4 in double figures.
Yeah, they were very well balanced, and I thought Coach Person made a great comment. They shared the ball and reversed it extremely well.
And that'll do it for us tonight. A Division IV state championship game on Saturday between Dominican, looking for a 4th straight. Mineral Point looking to complete a perfect season. A lot of storylines there. Should be a fun one. We've got many more semifinals before that, though. Bright and early at 9:05 a.m. tomorrow morning with the D3 semifinals, and continuing out the day with Division II and Division I. Jerry Pettigrew, it's been fun.
It's been my pleasure, Brandon. You did a great job.
Hey, thank you, sir. You as well. Fun day today to kick off the 100th Boys Basketball WIAA State Tournament. 2 more days remaining. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Good night.